Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Space Cowboy. I'm back. Took a little bit of a break with the bye week and with some news coming out. It's time to start back with videos. So I'm not going to talk about Dak's calf injury because he looks fine from what reports are saying, and based off of what has been noted, he's going to play, so we don't have to worry about that. Not going to talk about the trade deadline because I've mentioned a couple things that we could do, but I really don't think Dallas is going to make a move, so I'm not really going to focus on that. But with that being said, today we have some interesting news to talk about, and that is La'el Collins' situation with the Dallas Cowboys. Before I get into that, if you can do me a solid and like the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Over 90% of you guys watching are not subscribed. So if you're enjoying this type of stuff, feel free to do so. And hit the notification bell as well. Now, La'el Collins, typically I should start with this. The Dallas Cowboys usually give their starters, if they're out, their jobs back, even if it's something stupid. Okay. Now, the Cowboys have a different approach, which I absolutely love, and it's something that we haven't seen with the Cowboys in a while, and that is we're not giving La'el Collins his job back, and he has to earn it. And, you know, you look at Terrence Steele and what he's done at right tackle, and he has done very well given the circumstances that he's had to go through. And I'm not saying he's been perfect, but at the same time, he has done a decent job to earn the right to keep staying at right tackle. Then again, if La'el Collins is going into practice and he was doing very well over Terrence Steele, we would have a different conversation. But based off of reports, it looks like the Cowboys are not interested in making La'el Collins the right tackle anymore. It looks like Terrence Steele is staying there. Now, with the state of this offensive line, you look at the left tackle, Tyron Smith. He's been playing well, Pro Bowl level, All-Pro. He's been a staple there. You got Zach Martin at right guard. He's been doing his thing like he always does. Now, the three question marks we had after the Week 1 matchup versus Tampa Bay was, can Connor Williams hold up? Is Tyler Biadasz the answer at center? And can Terrence Steele hold his own at right tackle? Now, I felt that Terrence Steele could hold his own to an extent because he improved going into last year. And I think that realistically, you probably have a cheap right tackle that you can utilize going forward. So you don't really have to go out and spend a draft pick on right tackle. But I will say that doesn't mean you can't upgrade at right tackle. You know, you got Josh Ball in the mix, who is probably going to be redshirted with all things being said, and I'm really curious to see what he looks like. You also have Matt Faranock, to where he's not really been given time, and he honestly has some potential to be a solid center if Tyler Biadasz is not the answer. Now, at left guard, the Cowboys are looking at plugging La'el back at left guard. La'el has not played left guard since the 2016 season, if I recall. And he's not bad, okay? I think that La'el is a really damn good player. And when you look at what he did at left guard, he was definitely one hell of a player. But at right tackle, he really showed who he can be, and that was really his position. Now, his position flexibility is something that, you know, the Cowboys do like, and I think that you might be in a situation where you have to roll with the best five. And I really don't care. I think that, look, you have a situation in which it's not like you have a Connor Williams situation where he has moments, and like me personally, if you're looking at the eye test, which I understand that could be BS, okay, and you can say that Terrence Steele is having a better year than Connor Williams. Now, that's not saying much because Connor Williams has struggled at times this year. Some other times he has not. But for me, I'm all with what the Cowboys want to do. I would like for La'el to stay at right tackle, but I do think that Terrence Steele has earned the right to remain the right tackle, even though I still think La'el is the better player than both him and Connor Williams. But Connor Williams is in a situation where he is on a contract year. La'el has already been paid. So I think that you plugging in La'el at left guard could really shake things up and can really help the Cowboys' interior line. And now I understand that the center position has also been an issue, which has led to Connor Williams struggling, and I could see that. But if I'm looking totally at this offensive line, I think that you can make an argument that you should roll with Tyron Smith, La'el Collins at left guard, Connor McGovern at center, right guard being Zach Martin, and right tackle being Terrence Steele. Those, on paper could be your best five. Now, do I think Connor McGovern is going to be a solid center? Now, I think he has more power than Tyler Biadasz. I think that he has the build to be a center. And, him coming from Penn State, he was really more suited for the guard position than the center position, but that doesn't mean he was a bad center. It was just, it's kind of similar to that of why we put La'el at right tackle. I firmly believe that La'el is naturally gifted for the right tackle position, but he could be a better fit at left guard. Same thing with McGovern. I think that he is a better fit at guard, but that doesn't mean he can't play center, and we can move him there. So Dallas has a real big decision to make, because with La'el and him having, ever since we gave him the money, 2019, it showed, okay, he was worthy of the extension. 2020, he doesn't even play the entire season because of the injury, the hip injury and the surgery. Then, he's being a knucklehead trying to bribe people. So there's that. And so I think that he has earned the right to get a starting job on this offensive line. And I do think you could see him play left guard. And I wouldn't be upset with that. I think that Connor Williams, if he beats out La'el, then he earns the right to have that job. If he doesn't, then we're having a completely different topic of discussion. I would say that at center is where your big concern is. And it's here's the thing. It's a good problem to have, because it shows that the Cowboys have enough depth at this offensive line to where they can make decisions like this. I don't think in years past the Cowboys would be making a decision to keep Terrence Steele at right tackle. So I personally think that rolling with La'el at left guard wouldn't be a terrible option. Now, if you were to put things into a vacuum, I firmly believe that if you were to compare Connor Williams to Terrence Steele, I think that Connor Williams is a better player than Terrence Steele as of right now. So I think that in terms of the both of them, I would rather have La'el be at right tackle. But I think what helps Terrence Steele in this matter is that he has the ability to continue to improve. If he can continue to improve like he did last year and really get into a quality starter level status, then we don't have to worry about going into the 2022 draft and being like, we need a right tackle. And a lot of people felt that we needed Rashawn Slater because of, what if something happens? And, we heard a lot of that, and Terrence Steele really quieted a lot of those doubters. So I think that for him to really solidify himself as a cheap right tackle option is great. So then if you're able to pay him a nice cheap contract, not saying that that's going to be like vet minimum, I'm more talking about in the $3 to $5 million range, that would be fantastic to get a quality starter at right tackle for that amount of money. And then you can plug in La'el at left guard. So then at that point, you just need to figure out your center position. And so the Cowboys honestly could possibly figure out their offensive line situation for the next year. I'm not saying this is going to be the long-term solution because you're having guys get up there in age, but it is a possibility. So I think that if you're Dallas, go with what you got to go with. Go with what you think is the best amount to keep Dak Prescott upright and help this running game out, even though that the Cowboys have been doing very well offensively. And I think that the offensive line wise, they could get better because Dak Prescott's been getting the ball out quicker. So we're really not having to deal with the struggles of the offensive line, and it's not really of notice. So yeah, I think that at this point, La'el, it's his job to get back, and if not, oh well. Now we have to think about, okay, is he a trade asset? And he could be. He honestly could be. So I don't want to take too much of your time, guys. So thank you so much. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment what you feel about this situation, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, guys? Have a great one. Bye-bye.